Alright, what's going on Picky fam? So Cloud Retainer might be the most hated character at the moment. Not hated, rather a major disappointing opinion being formed, which ain't a good news, or maybe it is for the players, as it somewhat creates a connection with the future units like ARLECCHINO, XIANYUN'S, VARKA and many more. So, to give you an idea of what's recently happening in the Genshin speculations community, well, the word nerf majorly draws out the expressions of fear, frustration and sadness, and if you combine that with passive cancellation, well, it leads to doom posting and relating with the previous character that suffered the same fate. And that's what exactly has happened with Cloud Retainer. Twitter's gone crazy and are relating her as Diha's sister. Now of course, many data miners and theory crafters have presented specific numbers and explanations, but in this video there won't be any leaks involved, rather a general conversation and what's the solution and expectation as a player. Now overall, I agree it's difficult for an animo character to function without grouping, which kind of took away the predictions of her being a DPS, now getting limitations of support, and some are even arguing the support only limited to Xiao's attacks, which sounds sort of devastating. And additionally, if you were planning to replace Jean with Cloud Retainer to give some sort of grouping effect, well, even that might not take place now. And this is what's made the community pissed, and yeah, it's sort of justified in that way. So what caused the community to react like this? Well, it has a big connection with the first anniversary that Genshin had. So, if you remember, before Xiao, Zhongli was released and he was caught in a bunch of controversies, dramas that had made time difficult for Genshin. And by difficult, I mean the community was ready to battle against Genshin and take their refunds because the Zhongli situation was very dire. And immediately after that, Xiao was released, whose release largely diverted the opinions of people about Zhongli because he wasn't just a meta and a top tier character, but most importantly changed the way the Abyss was meant to be played. So considering Xiao and Cloud Retainer having the same class that is Adepti, people obviously had expectations, which kind of have dwindled after this passive cancellation and nerfs. Although there might be some buffs introduced, it won't be that satisfactory is what the community is saying. So obviously it's not a pleasant news, but in my opinion it's sort of a good one, because if you were planning to summon on Retainer and if you think she's not worth it, well, we have ARLECCHINO, XIANYUN'S, Chlorine, Alhaitham, Kazuha, Neuvilette, Furina rerun and VARKA. Oh, I think he won't be too soon, probably Natlan. So you have time to save for these characters, because realistically there isn't a solution for this. Now I just want to clarify that I'm not saying that she's completely useless. In fact, if we place her in niche focused combinations, her buff might be applicable for a single character, but it would be conflicting if we place Xiao or Kazuha because they deal collective damage rather than a single buff. So yeah, overall we'll have to assess based on the official kit how this character functions, and I realistically think gone are those days where characters like Xiao would grace the game. Of course, I won't leave hopes, but I'd prefer to be realistic here. And if the new policy gets implemented, although it's a huge W for the F2Ps and the players, it would mean more locking and more spending on these games. So yeah, are you saving for Cloud Retainer or any future character? Do let me know in the comments. And by the way, Vulcan giveaway has passed its mid phase and is about to end in a few days. All kudos and thanks to the community for their continuous love and support. So don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video with updated news. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.